How you stand in snooker can affect not only your consistency, but whether you pot the ball or not. This is Break from Life. Welcome back, and if this is the first time you've watched one of our videos, then it's fantastic to have you here. In snooker, the stance is massively important. You want to be on the shot so your tip is right up to the cue ball when your arm is straight down. That's not all the way back, that's not all the way forward, it's when your arm is straight down. This will allow you to play the shot better. So you don't want to be standing too close into the table so you lean back, or too far away that you have to stretch. A balanced position like this one is a great way to start a shot, and if you're looking for a great way to start a frame, then check out our channel page and our video Snooker How to Break, as well as other videos to help you dominate at snooker and make the commitment to becoming a better player by subscribing to the channel. Now once you get your stance just right that allows your arm to be straight down when you're right up to the cue ball, the thing you don't want is your stance to be too narrow that can push you off balance. You also don't want your stance to be too wide, because this can also mean you will be off balance on the shot, no matter how manly it makes you feel. Square on and 45 degrees are the two major ways to stand, but we'll look at this in a minute, because before we know how to stand we need to be able to line the ball up first. So when you're lining a shot up like this, what we want to do is imagine where the white's going to go to strike the black in the correct position to pot it. So we can, if we place an imaginary white in here, you can see where we're going to have to strike the black, so we can see where the white needs to go to pot the black. This can allow us to put this point on the black as to where the centre of the white needs to go. So your tip, you can imagine, goes straight through the white and hits the black in this position. We can then line the ball up with the foot that's underneath the hand that you use to play snooker with. You then draw a line back from this point on the object ball, and important that it goes straight through the cue ball. You can then follow this all the way back in a straight line onto the floor, and this is the line that you're going to place the foot that's underneath the hand you use to hold the cue with to be able to line the shot up. This means then you can line the shot up with your stance before the shot has even started. What I like to do then is use my cue before I walk into the shot as a guide to what line I'm playing the shot on, so I can sort of place it on line, and this is where I can work out where I'm putting my foot underneath this. So then you place your foot on the line of the shot, and then place your other foot in front of this, more or less depending on how you are standing. But what is important is that you don't bend your knee inwards to the shot when you do this, which will mean you can rotate inwards. The main thing of using the foot you don't line the shot up with is just to balance and make sure you don't twist or rotate around, because that can happen if you bend this knee inwards. It's important to bend it outwards, and that's why I usually tilt my toe to the outside to stop this happening. Then when you get down on the shot, you can make sure you're hitting the white in the centre in a vertical plane, and you hitting the ball straight towards the point on the object ball that you want to hit. And then when you play the shot, you can then make sure you hit the correct point on the object ball where you're trying to hit. Now these are the two major stances. This is the 45-degree stance, where you stand sort of at a 45-degree angle to the table, and this is a square on stance where you more or less stand straight to the table, although unlike me, a lot of people usually put their foot sideways, because putting your foot straight like that gives you less balance and it's a little more awkward. One of the most important things about how you stand is where on the line you stand, and moving your foot around to the right and left of it can affect where the pot goes, and you can allow a sort of trial and error to see what's the best place to put your foot on the line of the shot. So you can move your foot around one way or the other, and you'll get different results of where the ball goes. until you eventually find the exact point of where you put your foot each time, the bit of your foot you use to line the shot up with. For example, for me, I actually use the gap between my big and second toe as the point I use to line the shot up with. This can vary massively person to person and can be hugely affected by an individual's body shape and size. If you can do this well, it will dramatically improve not only your consistency, but your ability to pop balls well. And by focusing on where the cue ball strikes the object ball, it can give you important feedback of whether you hit the correct point or not. And this will allow you to make slight adjustments to where you stand on the shot initially, and this will then make you a better player. And if you want to be a better player, then why not try these two videos? They can help you understand side spin and how to use it. And remember, don't just watch, play, and make the commitment to becoming a better player by subscribing to the channel. See you later.